Good evening, everyone. I am Mark Mendoza. I am not a paid spokesperson. As a matter of fact, I'm not paid at all. I do this stuff for free. Anyway, the show is 22 Now. The network is Area 22 Productions. And as always, I have great guests. And tonight, I have two great guests, very good friends of mine. It's going to be Lee and Greg Sheridan from Full Throttle magazine, New York. Yeah, and they're already being silly. This is how it is. This is how it's always been.
Yes.
And we will continue that.
Yes.
They are the owners of Full Throttle for the New York City area, the New York area, actually.
Well,
Connecticut.
New England.
New England, right? That's why the NE is there, right?
NE.
N-E-N-Y. So Full Throttle magazine, which you guys had it out since the early 2000s.
2002.
2002. And it's been in print until January of this year. And you
Yes.
went full digital.
As of 2019.
Like a lot of publications are doing.
We had to join them.
Yeah, you had to get modern.
Yeah.
Right, you had to get modern. Just as always, and we've always been friends. We've been friends a long time.
Yes.
We've worked together on a lot of projects, and the print magazine was great. It was a perfect size. It was great to have around, but now you could have it on your phone. So I used to say,
Sure.
roll it up, put it in your back pocket,
right.
and don't go for a ride without it. This way you can find everything. But now...
Everybody has phones. Everybody has phones.
Carry your phone with you. Make sure it's opened already to full throttle.
Well,
So-
you nicknamed it many years ago the Biker's Bible.
The Biker's Bible.
And we've
Full
used
throttle.
that tagline, I
And
can't tell you how
To
many
this
times.
day.
my guess.
To this day. To this
The
day.
Biker's Bible. Well, and it's very true.
It is.
I mean, when
Yes.
you want to do something motorcycle oriented, or even cars, even how about cars,
We have
because of the
cars.
gasoline alley on
Right.
the
Sure.
back end.
We have Beat Street.
At Beat Street, and all you have to
Music.
do is now just look online, and there's dozens of events going on every weekend, or even during the
Sure.
week. You have your full throttle nights at various clubs or bars and various other places, and there's just so much to do. Or, like I used to say, and we used to read some of them off. Remember on the old Animal
Yes,
Tactics
we used to
show
do
on
the
phone?
calendar, yeah.
We used to do the calendar and
Yep.
let everybody know where we were going to be and make appearances
Sure.
and have a great night. So that still all exists.
It's the same exact content that they're used to in hard copy, but now it's
now
on your
digital,
mobile
so-
devices. Yes.
You don't have to roll it up.
Nope.
Just
Or
put your
pick it
phone in
up.
your pocket
Yeah.
and take it with you and make sure it's open
I can
to
still
full
roll it
throttle.
up, though, can I?
You can roll. I don't know if you're going to roll that up. But
Roll it up.
Roll something else up. I got you.
It's legal now, they say.
You are not here
No,
anymore.
I know. Well, I don't smoke it anywhere. I'm
Yeah,
just saying
I
it's
don't
legal
either.
now, you know.
But your phone's going to drop.
It already did.
Yeah, all right. So there you go.
Why are you touching
But,
the phone?
So all you have to do is either have interesting though, because I don't know about everybody else, and we were discussing this before. I can't see a phone. I can't see the print.
I know.
I mean,
I know.
You need microscopes. But what I do is I always have it on my iPad,
Right.
and it's a perfect size.
Sure.
Right.
You flip the pages, you see everything, and it's great. Of course, I have an iPad that's really a big screen TV. It's probably about this big. I call it an iPad.
Well, that's what I got at the house. You get the same one at the house.
Just to be able to see the stuff. But no, it's an amazing format, and
Yes.
people don't understand what goes on behind the scenes to change from a hard copy to a digital format. You have
different.
to completely revamp the magazine.
It's a whole different beast. Actually, and I didn't even realize that. I thought, yay, my job is going to get lighter, but it didn't. His got lighter. He doesn't have to do anything.
I'm retired now.
Right.
I'm
You
retired.
don't have to drive
No
around.
delivering
He doesn't
the
have to-
magazine.
In the full throttle van. I used to see it everywhere.
Oh,
I used to
yeah.
catch up with him and yell at him and honk at him and stuff and bang the side of the van.
That's right.
When he was
Yeah, well,
driving.
he always comes out smelling like a rose. I said, oh, okay, let's go digital. Okay, honey. And then little did I know, I was getting more work, and he was being
Got less.
completely alleviated from everything. But you know what it is you mentioned before about the phone. Yes, of course, looking at the pages is quite small, but
People do it,
that
though.
purpose
People do it,
really
though.
is for if
It
they're
will
out and
change.
about and they want to go, what was going on in the calendar? What's going on this? Boom, boom, boom. But
And
when they're
I'm not-
home, they could look at
I
it.
am not trying to put that down at
No,
all.
no, not at
because
all.
a number of magazines that I like, not only motorcycling, I get digital. Because
Right.
I travel often. What am I going to do? Carry a stack of
Exactly.
magazines?
It's so
this?
convenient.
So now, especially if I'm traveling on the road, when your book comes out,
Right.
it's right there on my phone, on my tablet, and when I come home, I know what's going on. I know where to find you guys, or
Right.
go to an event or something, which is really important. But just like you said, I mean, everything can expand in your fingers.
Yeah.
So you want to see
Blow
the
right
event
up,
page,
yes.
make it larger, and you can see it.
Right. And I learned right away from one of actually the creative artist on the magazine. He said to me, Mickey, he goes, Lee, remember something, full page story, we do what, 500 words, 10 to 12 photos.
Right.
Now think maybe 300 words, 6 photos. Because everything has now become smaller, and we don't want to,
There's a whole different. I remember when I first started being friends with you guys when the magazine came out. You explained to me what it's like to put a page together because, as a regular consumer, you don't know what goes into a hard copy
No.
magazine.
Right.
The amount of work I saw was incredible at your office.
That's
And
just
now
one
that's
page.
changed.
That's just one
And
page.
that's just one page.
Yeah, right.
But you're still doing it for one page at a time, except for it's got to be smaller.
Yeah.
And you can't put as much information on that page.
No, you can't.
Well, she don't do it because it's not big enough, like you had said before. Everybody's on a phone, but you can't blow it up and go on.
Right.
Technology today is going to change that sooner or later, Mark.
There's no two ways about it.
I say within the next year or two.
You think so?
Without a doubt. Without a doubt.
It's always changing.
It's amazing because before I saw your magazine online, I saw a few other international publications, mostly in the music industry, and again it kind of threw me off, and they stopped. They had both for a while,
right?
Both hard copy, and then
We did too.
they said they actually warned everybody, in 6 months there's going to be no more hard copies. It's all going to be digital,
Right.
which is better because now you don't have stacks of magazines at home.
It's true.
You really don't. I mean, you're not cutting down forests. Unfortunate for the printers.
Yeah,
They lost business, right? Your
Right.
printers
Of course they
probably
do.
not-
They were
probably
not happy to see us go.
No,
But on
absolutely
the
not.
advertising end of it too, it's better for the advertiser.
Right.
It's a lot cheaper, and they get more out of it.
They get more out of it,
I mean,
right, of course.
Lee will explain what they get out of it. It's unbelievable.
And we have more control. We publish, we control the publishing and,
Right.
and everything,
Right, of course.
Once you print it, it's out of our hands. We can't change
Once
nothing
we
at
send
that
it to the
point.
printer, anything could happen.
So you can constantly make changes and updates
Sure.
to it.
Yeah, and
Which
we
is
do,
great.
because we have the digital, but then we have the website. And the beauty about the digital is we can take the digital and we can take, let's say your ad is in there, we embed your URL, so when they look at your ad, they click on that page, they go right to your website or wherever you want them to go.
Right.
We can embed videos, you can cut a little commercial about who you are, what you do. I mean, it's just endless what you can do.
No, it's four-dimensional. It's not even three-dimensional.
is,
It's great.
yeah.
No, and that's at first. I'm an old style guy. I'm an old school guy, and
Me
I
too.
was upset that I was losing
A lot of people were.
some of the magazines, including yours, that I was used to having around.
Well, think about how we felt,
Yeah.
especially her.
I don't get to hold
I don't have the
all my
magazine
work anymore in my hands.
Well, let me. It's another thing we brought up when we were talking before we came into the studio with Laura. We could actually still print out. If we wanted a hard copy
You
of the
can.
book,
You could print it right out. Yeah.
Yeah.
we could print it out and still, kind of staple the pages together and still have a hard copy
You can,
of it, right?
you can archive it up into your computer.
Right.
We archive Mama Dukes, Margaret Nicosia. She is one of my designers. She's also runs the websites,
Right.
the social media. She's the one who puts actually the digital book up.
Right.
So if you go up there, we're archiving for a year. So we started in January, and you could go back to January and go forward to the present issue. And we'll do that, and once the year, is up, then one will drop off, and, the next one. So we'll always have 12 issues archived, which is another nice thing.
Because people want to go back to the,
They missed an issue. When you missed a hard copy issue, you missed it.
You missed it. It's not being printed again.
Yeah, I'm not
Sure, of
printing it
course.
again.
No, it's great. And then there's also, I know certain people, a big thing in your book is pictures.
Yeah.
Whether it's mug shots
everything.
or whether it's an event, big thing is pictures. And I remember people are always asking you, can
Where's
I get
my
a copy of
picture?
that
Yeah,
shot, or
right,
where's
yeah,
my
right.
picture? Or now it's all there.
Yeah, it's right up there on the
Yeah,
website.
it's right up there, and you can go back and find it again. That's what people don't understand.
And they can go back and print it out too.
Yeah, you go back and print it out.
They bring that picture down to their size, correct?
They can do whatever once they download it to their computer, they can do whatever they want with
Yeah,
it.
that's great. great news too.
Yeah.
And it's all free of
And
charge,
it's free.
too.
It's
Charge.
free.
Viewing and downloading is free. Yes.
Right, but there's a lot of publications that aren't free. You're still paying for them.
Oh, yeah.
In digital form.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, but we're supported by advertisement.
Right,
So
of
that's
course.
why, just like when we were hard copy, we
Right.
didn't charge for people to read the magazine
So
or pick it up.
let's get into a little bit other aspect of it. Now that you've made the switch, and the switch is now 6 months old, right?
January, yeah.
Yeah, so it's 6 months old. What have you seen change? Have you seen your viewership change? Has there less people reading it?
No.
More people?
No,
More.
It jumped.
Yeah,
It jumped.
I probably think so.
I went to Florida last month, and I went to go see Mama, and
Margaret.
Yeah,
Not everybody knows Mama Dukes,
Mama
Margaret
Dukes.
Mama
Nicosia.
Dukes.
Right.
But anyway, she says, "Greg, I want to show you something." I said, "What are you going to show me?" She goes, "I want to show you something." And did I lose something?
No?
No. We just you had your hand over your
I think I hit it. But anyway, she says,
upset
"Greg,
my
have you
engineer."
seen the website?" I said, "No, I haven't seen it. I watched. I go on it and everything." She goes, "No, let me show you the numbers. Have Lee show you the numbers." I said, "I don't even talk to the woman anymore. Are you crazy?" No, I'm teasing.
No, you're not.
You better shut up. All right? But she goes, "Look at this. I mean, Mark, it went like trizuple. It just flew." I said, "No way." I said, "Have to tell
Well, no, it has to. It has to because
the numbers." I mean, why get a kick out of it now? It was years ago when people say, "Hey, oh, you ever hear Full Throttle magazine?" No, it's been out 10 years. When I heard no, I loved it because once they seen it, it was going to be like, wow, I've never seen, and they live right around the corner. It's the same thing now. They say, "Hey, Greg, you got a hard cut? Got one?" I said, "No, we're on digital right now. You kidding me? What do you mean?" Some people don't even know about it yet. Don't even know about it.
Yeah,
And that's what's
course.
good about it, because once they know it, that's why it's jumping so much.
Also,
Mark,
the other part of it, and this, I could be correct or I could be wrong, so it's up to you to say that. But just as in when I had the original Animal Tactics on the air, it was basically an East End, Long Island, Southern Connecticut show. That's where everybody was that called in, and it wasn't until the very end where it started to get put online,
All over the place.
where now people, TS fans, all the
Texas
SMFs in
and everything.
Europe,
We had-
and the rest of the country can hear it. So I know that Full Throttle is a franchise. Is
No.
it not?
No.
Not anymore.
Never was.
Never was.
People,
Never was.
I made
that's
that
a misconception. Yeah, a lot of
Okay.
people think that. It's not. We're independent, and
But
you buy your territory.
anybody in the country can see what's going on here now just by
Absolutely.
looking. That's so important.
Yes. Yes.
Plenty of times I had friends coming into the New York area that wanted to go to a motorcycle event, and I wasn't here.
Right.
And I would say, find Full Throttle, look at their event page. That's a big deal
Sure.
to see what's going on somewhere else.
Right.
And they actually went. It's happened
Sure.
quite a few
Yeah.
times.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's good. You can actually, now that it's digital and online, you can actually see a lot more in a lot of other places in the country, things that
That's
go
right.
on locally.
Right.
I mean, it's not all national magazines. It's great when you have something that specializes in a various part of the country and you can see it.
That's what I said. I said, like now we can almost say we're international because anybody,
In the
any
world.
place
Anywhere.
in the
Anywhere.
world,
In the world
can
can
see
see
the
it.
Well,
magazine.
you remember when I traveled a lot.
Right, you used to bring the
I used
copies
to
with
bring
you.
back
Yeah.
European and South American motorcycle
Right.
magazines.
You used to bring ours over to there.
And I used to bring,
Yeah.
remember that? I
Yes.
carried
Right,
like
need some
20
more-
or
need some more
30
book. Yeah, right.
copies and give it to all the people
Sure.
that I knew that would really like it.
Yeah.
But I remember I'd bring back all the magazines in different languages. And they're like, "Oh, the pictures are great, but I don't know what they're saying."
Yeah, right.
You remember that, right?
Right,
Yeah, I used to bring back all the magazines. But now, I'm sure a lot of those magazines are also digital and online.
So many are
Yeah,
digital.
A lot went out of business. A lot of magazines. I mean, we survived through the roughest times ever.
I mean, you remember, what was it, Barnett?
Barnett, all of them.
I can't even think. Was the Cycle
Cyclosource is still in.
World or something? But I mean, a lot of them.
Easy
do
Rider,
because-
man. I mean,
Easy Rider.
You look.
Gone?
No, it's still
It's
around,
there.
but they're down to probably, in the distribution, probably 50 places in the country.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's about it, man.
Easy Rider was
Yeah.
the rag back in the.
Yeah, it was,
yeah, it was.
that was the Playboy of them all. That
Yeah.
was the #1 magazine, and to me, it still is. It still is. I mean, I would never take that away from them guys.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
Good
they-
magazine.
it's the greatest than ever. You know,
I mean, and you look over the course of time, they've changed so many hands and editors, and I think the original editor and chief in charge of the magazine, his nickname was Spider.
Really?
Remember that guy? It was from the
No.
70s when they first started.
No.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. Yeah, I mean, so long ago, I haven't thought about it, but I remember it well.
Wow.
Really dating
I don't know.
myself.
I didn't even know
Wow.
that. Yeah, really,
Yeah,
Mark.
Without a doubt.
But I mean, it's a great ride. We're still, like we said, we evolved with the times. We had to, but to say that the digital copy had been up there for quite a few years because we just wanted to keep with the times, and it was a sidebar. It was just sitting there, but it was getting a lot of attention, and we started to notice that. And then we noticed.
Well, it started to get a lot of attention when you guys really started to put out emails.
Sure, yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Your
You mean the
emails
newsletter?
got attention.
The newsletter, the email,
Yeah, the newsletters.
Yeah, right.
The newsletters.
Right.
And that started to get attention, and you still had the hard copies going around.
We did.
And it just seems like the emails got bigger and bigger and bigger until it actually became a digital
And
copy.
that's another thing that I was telling Greg. Like I get reports every so often about it from the company that we use for our e-newsletter. I call it E for email. And I used to see, like 5 fell off, I gained 1. 25 gained, 10 fell off. Now it's just constant new.
Sure,
Hardly
it's not
ever do
stopping.
I see anybody fall off. We're getting new viewers all the time.
And that's important. That's very
Yeah.
important.
Yeah.
So how did your advertisers take the leap from print to digital? Did you have a lot of problems?
Well, it's just like I didn't understand. Well, I was the one that said, let's go digital, remember? I said, let's try,
It was Mickey.
Well,
Here we go. I was waiting for this to happen.
It was Mickey. It wasn't you.
Well,
Was it
it was
Greg?
about a year and a half ago.
It wasn't great.
It was about a year and a half ago. And I says, listen, you got to stop printing how many you're printing. The books were picking up more. And we didn't understand why. I mean, here's a perfect example. We had the Flip magazine. I'm talking again.
No, but listen, you said picking up.
There we go.
Taking back.
talking.
Here we go. Here we go.
Talking
again.
over
All right,
you.
here we go. I'm going to lose it. I got ADD. Now stop. All right.
You have more than that.
You have more than that?
Living with you for 42 years, forget about it.
Oh boy.
But anyway, no. What it was, this is how it was. We had the Flip magazine, like she said, and we'd be driving the car. I'm going back a year ago, maybe even less than that, about a year and a half ago. We'd be in a car. I said, "Huh, you got one of the magazines?" She goes, "Well, I got to call it this advertiser." No, I ain't got it. And just Google. I said, "I'm driving. I can't Google it." Well, I'll Google it. She's Googling. Meanwhile, she just had to go to the website, hit the page, and flip the page open because we had the Flip magazine. She didn't have enough brains at that time to even say, "Hey, what's going on here?"
Well, you didn't have enough brains at
No, it
that
wasn't that I
time?
didn't have enough brains, but I didn't pay any attention to the digital sidebar.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Because we were printing, so I didn't even pay attention to
And like
that.
you say, our numbers aren't there. They weren't there. Like when we first went digital on the first, like Mama says to me, like I said last month, have you seen it yet? Now the second month, the third month, we're watching the numbers, and they're going up and up, they're up and down, up and a little bit, and they're climbing. But after a while, Mark, when they don't see it, they want to know, and they start hearing about it, and that just took off like that.
It did.
And it's just going to get worse and worse,
Better
It'll be
and
better and better.
Well,
better.
I say worse and worse for us.
For me,
More work.
not you.
And I got hear, you got to cry all the time. Oh, I can't take it no more. I can't take this no more.
He's such full of it. You are full of it.
I see
You've never been
nothing's-
around-
nothing's-
You're always in Florida. Who even sees you? This one's
Nothing's
on
changed in the
vacation.
last 15 years.
No,
No.
it
Since I've been around
It
you guys.
hasn't. But as to what you said, our advertisers, how did they take to it? I will say probably 3/4 were already educated in digital. So they were up with the times.
Yes.
They didn't even blink an eye.
We got
The ones that were old school and were just used to, like you said, rolling it up, sticking it in your back pocket, people coming in, looking for the magazine, that's what their focus was on.
Yeah.
Oh, they're not going to come and pick up the magazine anymore. And maybe pick up that pair of gloves that they really weren't thinking about, but did because they saw the magazine. Well, you know what? Once I explained everything to them, how it worked, the embedded URL goes right to your website. I explained how they needed to use the advertisement. This is a whole nother beast. They got it, and they liked it.
Sure.
And the thing is, when you're in digital publishing, and I explained this to my advertiser, they didn't get it. They were using the same kind of ads that they were using in print.
can't.
I said, no, you have to create a landing page.
Sure.
So your ad is going to talk about whatever, but when that URL gets hit, it's got to go to whatever was advertised so they can find out the rest of it. It's called a landing page. That's how
Sure.
you're supposed to be using
Yeah,
this.
it's got to go to your website.
And not just the website,
right,
to that
and the page that's
page.
advertising what you're
talking
showing
about.
or talking about. what you're
And they
showing,
didn't
sure,
get that
of
at
course.
first, and now
Yeah.
they're all kind of jumping on it. So
Yeah, well, I mean, every business has to see that's the way it's going.
it is.
It really is. That's
It
the way
is.
it's going to go.
They know. The smart business person,
Right.
they know.
They know.
Yeah, they know. But you have your, people like Greg that, they just like the
Well,
old
where were
school
you
way.
a year ago? Well, I said, "Where's the phone number?" You couldn't get on your own phone. You knew it was there all the time.
I forgot. We went.
How did you
to
forget
the
about it? You do it every
digital
month with
stuff
Mama.
there. Listen, I have enough to think about. You should have thought about that.
I knew it was going to go this way.
It always does.
Yes, it does.
It always does. But anyway, so your show, I heard, is doing fantastic.
Yes.
And we are very honored to be
And
here.
And this is the digital format of my show.
That's true.
Right, it's online.
That's
Remember, we used to
right.
worry
See
about
that?
being
Right.
on the airwaves.
Yeah.
That's
and,
right.
Now it's digital, it's online, and we have, if we look at the stats, we have people even from today, right now, Japan and Europe
Yeah.
watching the show. They're used to seeing it, and they're tuned in, and SMFs everywhere enjoy this.
How about America's
Great
Most
thing.
Wanted?
It's a beautiful
America's
thing.
Most Wanted? We don't have that on here.
Okay, I
this
got
is
no
more
problem.
like
All right,
America's
we did
Least
that. We
Wanted.
did that.
That's my guess. America's Least Wanted.
Least Wanted. Here we go.
But it was, it just, and I hate to keep harping on it, but the digital format is just the wave of the future.
is.
Younger people want to see that.
Sure.
They don't want a hard copy of anything anymore. Did you ever think of maybe just putting in, like in some of the motorcycle shops, just putting something there to advertise the digital format
We
instead
did.
of handing, you have
We
advertisements,
did it for
flyers or something?
We did it for like the first 2 months, but we're going to revamp it. But the reason why we didn't go back out doing it because there was so many changes in the first 4 months.
Right.
Now they got everything almost just about down. I would say probably August we'll probably start putting the trays out there and in the 3 pamphlet covers. What do you call them and things again? You making
trifolds.
the trifolds.
Trifolds. I've seen some publications do that just to let people know
Yeah,
they
right.
didn't go out of business. They're online now.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
and some people, there was a small amount of people that don't want to put the effort in to go online or look at something online.
Or you know what I'll get? I mean, 1 out of a million. Maybe I got
What?
received. Got to watch
What's
my
that?
grammar. That phone call, I don't know how to use it. I don't have a computer. I don't know how to. I'm still using a flip phone. Well, I can't help you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, really, I can't help you. That's
But
it.
that's 1 in a million.
But you know what you could tell them to do? Tell them to bring a ream of paper with them, go to the library,
And bring it away.
print out the whole book, staple it together, and bring it home. And now
you
you can sit up, anywhere you
I'm
sit on the
actually gonna
toilet
say
or in the easy chair and read Full Throttle magazine. And you could still roll it up, put it in your back pocket, and never leave home without it.
There you go. And
go.
I'm
That
going to
was
actually
the-
say that. I am. And I'll call you and tell you about it when it happens.
Anytime you want, the Biker's Bible. I've got the latest issue right here in front of me, and I have to say, even though I've looked at many issues of this since you started doing it, it looks great, it's
Thank you.
amazing, and it comes up just as if you're reading the real thing. Now, some magazines didn't do that.
No, they didn't.
They changed the format.
They did.
This
Then
is
they would
the
charge you on top
friendly-
of it too. They would charge you on top of it.
This
Yeah.
is a replica.
Well, it really is a replica, and it's great because the pages turn, which
Yeah.
some don't. Some you have to drag over, and it's a pain in the
Or
what
some
to
of
do it,
them,
but-
it's a page, and then you have to use your cursor to slide.
right to turn the next page. But everything is here, and the weekly events again. Everybody, if you're here, you're local to the area, you want to go to a motorcycle
We get a
event,
lot of hits when that's another thing that explained to them how you could trace and find out where these hits are going to. A lot of them going
Right, of course.
to that and the stories too, right?
Well, that's analytics, yeah.
Yeah.
But a lot of people, who aren't from the New York, Long Island, or Northeast area, you're riding in for the summer or flying in.
What's going on
and you're going to
there?
ride.
Yep.
This is the place to find the events. It really is. You don't have to search anywhere else online. They have weekly events, they have monthly events, and it's pages of things to do.
Yes.
Especially on a motorcycle. And don't forget about Gasoline Alley, right? Gasoline Alley.
Yes, if you flip.
And those are the cars. If you
Yeah.
flip it over, the back of the
Well,
magazine
actually, you
forward.
don't flip anymore.
I know, you don't flip
You
over,
just
but
keep
if you
turning.
if you go from the back forward.
Yes.
No,
if
no,
you
no,
wanna
no,
call
no,
it that.
no.
No, you can just keep flipping the
Keep
page.
going, and all of a sudden it'll flip. It'll be
It'll
the
be
cover.
cars.
It's-
Right,
And
it'll be
bam,
cars.
it
It'll
starts
start
right
the
over.
new cover
Gasoline
of
Alley. I
Gasoline.
saw it. So cars, motorcycles, whatever you like in this general area, you can find something that's going
Oh,
on
God, yeah.
every
Yeah.
weekend. The amount of events is incredible.
Cruise nights on,
Cruise nights,
yeah.
events, charity runs, everything is in here.
Yep.
So
Everything that
no
they let us
excuse.
know about is
Right,
in
well,
there.
everything they let us know about. And absolutely, you guys are, the cream of the crop. So everybody pretty much lets you know. If it's not in Full Throttle magazine, then it isn't.
A lot of people don't
How's
even
that
know
one?
about it. I hate to say that, but that's the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, if it isn't in Full Throttle, it isn't.
Yeah, well, I don't know about it unless it's in full throttle.
That's a saying from another store, anyway. But yeah, so if you're in the New York area and you're coming through and you want to go to, listen, even if you don't have a motorcycle and you want to go to a cruise night, you can go to a cruise night. Just pull up, enjoy everything, look at the bikes, look at everything else.
It's a
Any
fun
of these
night.
events,
Yeah.
any of the events, whether it's Dee Snider's ride this year coming up,
I know.
or any of them, we're only 3 months away.
No.
Another year.
17.
17.
17.
There you go. Stephen just yelled at you, too.
Yes, he did.
All right, consider yourself scolded now
I'm scolded
for covering
by
your microphone.
Stephen.
But 17, right?
Yes, it's 17 years,
17,
Mark.
right? Barely legal. As they
I
say.
know, I like that.
Yeah,
I like
barely
that.
legal.
That was good.
Barely. It's actually a good one. Yes.
So what happens when we hit
supporting
18?
Melissa's wish.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Melissa's
Yeah.
Wish. This is our third year doing Melissa's Wish, benefiting
Right,
Melissa's
third year.
Wish. Yep.
Great cause.
It
Great,
is.
great cause. Anybody here on that weekend? What's the date? Come on.
You're gonna.
Come
I
on.
told you no cheap shots.
Wait, I can find out right now.
Oh, he's going to look on his
Let's find-
phone.
let's
Really?
find-
I want to
phone.
say. I want to say September 30th.
Do you think so?
Get the phone out. Yeah, I think it is.
Look, Greg's going to look. Isn't it in the book?
Yeah, it is.
Is it?
Yes.
I know it's there. I saw
And
it.
she edits it, so that goes to show you. She should have seen what that date is, Mark.
You know how many dates I look at?
I don't care, you
And
should know that
How
one.
many of those events that I have to get all the work together to give to the artist?
Okay, you ready? 17th annual ride, Dee Snider's ride.
September
The third?
30th.
September 29th.
Ninth.
Oh,
Sunday,
oh,
Sunday,
sorry.
September 29th. Okay,
Uh-oh.
at Lido Beach Park. I expect everybody to be there.
right.
Everybody.
All right,
It's
we're going to have a beautiful
it's
day.
Long Island's biggest motorcycle event.
It's Long Island's largest motorcycle run. It's a great run. If you've never done it or you're out of the area and you're thinking about coming in for it, it's a run that stays all in the Jones Beach, Robert Moses Beach area. So you're riding along the beach the whole ride there and back. And I think it's the only motorcycle run in the area that passes itself on a bridge.
I know, that's
Yes.
the
Right.
greatest part,
Right,
right?
so you actually pass
that ride?
everybody
Yep.
on the Causeway Bridge that goes around the tower down at Robert Moses.
When I was
Coming down.
riding with you,
That's right, when
you
you rode
said,
the big-
Lee, wait till we do the flip.
Right.
This is the coolest part of the ride. And you're
I've
right.
been on so many rides around the country, even in Europe,
Yeah.
and I've never been on a ride that passes
You
itself.
see each other, yeah, it's
Never,
very cool.
never.
Yeah.
So it's very cool, and you could see a lot of those photos online, just to
Absolutely.
understand it. But if you're in the area, Sunday, September 29th, 9 a.m., Lido Beach Park. Bring your motorcycle. Again, to be involved, you do not have to be on a motorcycle because
No, you
don't.
we're going to have vendors.
Yes.
Joe Rock and the All Stars
Are playing.
Dee and I play with Joe Rock and the All Stars.
Right.
So it'll
Food
be
is available for purchase.
Exactly. Tons and tons of stuff going on.
Right.
But again, September 29th, that's a Sunday.
Sunday.
Be there, okay? Dee Snider's Ride, supporting Melissa's Wish.
Yes,
That's what we that's what we need, that's what we want, and everybody better be there.
or else.
I'll come and get you. But Lee, the book looks amazing.
Thank you, Mark.
It really does. It's incredible, and it has the feel of what it was before it went digital.
Right.
It really does. It looks very similar.
Well, we build it exactly the same way. That's exactly how we build it. Nothing has changed when it comes to building.
See, now when people come into
magazine.
New York, you don't have to tell them to go look for that magazine. Just go on the phone and you can find anything out right there.
And that's important because I know a lot of people that come in that fly in, rent motorcycles,
right.
or go to motorcycle events and car events because it's a New York it's a unique area to go to these type of events.
Right.
So look at something in the book right here on your phone and go do it and support it.
Well, it's not even just about the events. It's about people coming in from out of state, as you just said. And hey, we need to get a pair of riding gloves or a helmet or whatever. You can find really basically anything at our advertisers.
Advertisers, everything you need to be on a motorcycle.
You don't have to flip over that book and just see what they have, a couple of things and phone numbers. You can write on their website and they can check it. Anything, sales are going on that day or whatever.
Which is great. I mean, it's
really, like,
it really has the feel of what it's been, and that's important because all your old fans like that feel.
Oh, well, God, all I had to do was change that. I think they would have flipped. So, yeah, I do.
They'd come to your office and be protesting outside.
Picketing my office.
Picketing everything outside your office. So, but this is great. It really looks good. It really looks amazing.
Thank you.
You guys do a great job. You really do.
You do a great job here too.
Well, it's coming along. We're doing real well with it, but. We had back in the here we go, right? You're expecting this.
I was just thinking about.
Yeah.
Yes.
We went back to the original Animal Tactics on the Bone. Remember that? And the dysfunctionality that went on in that show,
my God.
Especially when you guys came around.
Oh, it was like a free for all.
Yeah. And also when we were on RCN together. Remember
That was
you guys
fun.
had that show
Oh,
on RCN.
man,
We
that
came
was
up.
fun.
Oh, it was hilarious. It really was. It was a lot of fun, and I was surprised that as fast as it moved, we didn't get thrown off the air for the things that we
I
would
know.
say. I got to say that the people up at JVC Broadcasting were great. They still are. They still They have a great radio network. They really do. A lot of different types of entertainment going on, but they put up with us.
They did.
They put up with us, and they were very good sports about it. I mean, we didn't curse on the air or do anything bad like that, but we had a lot of fun, and it was definitely enlightening at times.
Oh, it was.
The things that went on, because you never knew what was going to happen.
We had that producer. I mean, he was fantastic.
What was his name?
Billy.
Really?
And I mean, he used to go above and beyond. The Mistress, she
Yeah.
was on, and when
my
she
God.
came out, he would do sound. I don't know what the term is for it, but noises like a bed.
Right, the bed
She had
squeaking.
that
Right,
column.
the column.
But I mean, it was all like a well-oiled machine. It really was.
It really was. Same thing on my show when I had Ed Robinson, who was my engineer, and he did so many intros and sound effects and things that went on. It was fantastic. The whole intro to the show was amazing.
Yeah.
With the sound effects and finally Homer Simpson yelling Mendoza. That's how we went into the show. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, JVC Broadcasting runs a great network of radio stations.
They do.
And they just still do a great job.
No,
they really do. I listen to their country station.
Yeah.
My Country 96.1, and their oldie station, if you want to call it that.
Is it 96.1 or 96.1?
Well, 96.1. People
96.1.
leave out the point sometimes.
Yeah,
it actually
remember
is the
that?
frequency.
What was it? 94.3? What was
No,
the
94.3 is the show.
Yeah,
I know.
94.3. not
What was the
93.
one that we were on?
98.5.
That was
the bone.
Yeah, remember?
Yeah.
The voice there?
Yeah.
So they know how to have fun with radio, too, up there. They're very good at it. They got a lot of great stations. They really do. I still listen to at least two of their stations.
Do you?
Yeah, I listen to the country station when I'm out east, and then also the oldies.
That was what I was going to say. I was insulted. Oldies?
Well, they're calling
1970s?
They're calling 60s, 70s, and 80s as oldies.
Yeah, when I first heard that, I was like, what?
Oh, yeah.
I know.
Yeah. What do they call it? The soundtrack of your life.
So what do they call the 40s? Like prehistoric?
Oh, yeah, it's dinosaur music.
Dinosaur music. Yeah.
Swing music? Yeah. There's a lot of people out there that love it. Don't get me wrong.
I know.
I'm not bad rapping at all. I happen to love swing. But but they call it, I don't think really call it oldies. I'm trying to think if they call it the soundtrack of your life.
Is that what they call
Yeah,
it?
98, let's see, what am I looking at?
98.
Well, the Bone was 98.5. The country station's 96.1. And
Then you had
I think Oldies is
106 or
98.3.
one-
Well, it's not three numbers
sure.
to the left of
I
the
thought it
decimal.
was. The
Well, RCN was 103.
Yeah, I think that's
0.5. I can't even
point.
remember.
109,
There was no point,
103.9 was it?
We're
nine?
just throwing out numbers.
Nah,
Giving a lot of
I think-
plugs to a lot of radio stations.
215.7. I don't know. I don't know. But I just got to say that they have great stations. Very entertaining.
Yeah.
They got great on-air talent and they got great stations. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, not to blow our
I have to
horn,
say
we
that, but
did
I mean, because
good.
we were on the bone in LYR
Yeah.
for a long time,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
they
Yeah, a
own.
lot
And
of fun.
they put up with it for a long time. I don't think they put up with it, but I mean, I'm not saying like it was a bad. I mean, it was entertaining.
Right.
We got a lot of traffic through it, and a lot of advertisers came through it, a lot.
Yeah.
So, and that was good for the station. You know, we had
Of
a lot
course,
of call-ins.
yeah.
The audience was very involved back then.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just they are with like what they are with your book. When something changes, they get upset.
Right.
But
Right.
the show was great. We had, of course, we had Joe Rock, who was producing it at the time.
Right. That's when we met Joe.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
The first time we met
Yeah,
Joe.
yeah. We had Joe Rock. We had Sean. We had Driver Ed.
Yeah, we
we
just
had
thought of that.
Special Ed.
Special ed.
And of course, there was truly Mark Mendoza.
Yeah. Yes.
But yeah, it was very funny. We were constantly laughing, and we played great music. And you guys, of course, we had the Full Throttle Minute.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Every
That's
time
where
we were
it
on.
started,
That's
yeah.
where it started,
Right,
the Full Throttle
right.
Minute.
Full
And of
Throttle
course,
Minute.
we never spent a minute.
No.
No.
It always took like
No.
3 or 4 or 5 minutes.
A little bit longer than that sometimes.
Yeah,
Then we'd
sometimes
go
when we
off
have you
on a
guys on,
tangent,
we'd be longer than
talking,
that.
yeah,
Sure,
yeah.
you guys were on every couple of months.
Yeah.
We'd bring you on, especially up in the summer when all the events were going
Right.
on.
Yeah.
Sure. So it was great stuff. It really was. And it's amazing to see Full Throttle magazine still here. Not amazing, but it's great to
No,
see that.
yeah,
You know?
I get
We
it.
had to do the change. We had to do it.
Well, everybody has to keep up with
You
the
do.
changes.
You have to
with
stay
what goes
cutting
on.
edge, or you just fade away. You
Sure.
know? And I'd rather go out because I want to go out and be on top than to fade away.
Yeah,
Who-
no,
nobody wants to
no.
fade away, you know.
No, no, absolutely not. The quality, and it's great. Like I said, I have to look at it on my big screen TV though.
Oh, okay.
You know, or expand the pages because I can't.
Because
I can't
we're
see
getting
that.
older.
Oh yeah, and that's the reason. It's not because it's too small.
Just think, if you got
know?
a 32-inch screen, it's better than an 11 by 8, isn't it?
Of course it is.
Okay,
Yeah.
so-
Sure.
And you don't have to go out. You don't have to even go out. You
Yeah,
just
but
go in the house
sometimes I
and
have
bam
to
and hit
put.
it.
Sometimes I have to put my computer through my 60-inch screen on the wall to see.
Oh, there you go. It's even better.
Sit 15 feet away.
Oh boy.
Yeah, sometimes it's rough. It's tough being me. She's shaking her head over there. So it's good to see that things haven't changed between the two of you. It's still bickering and shut up. And,
Oh, forget about it. Yeah.
no, I thought of this. No, I thought of this. No, I thought it. It was the same back in the studio.
Yeah.
You constantly telling them to shut up.
Oh my God.
Constantly.
Like I always said, she's the boss and I'm nobody, so she's
So
the
I'm
boss of
supposed to
nobody.
yeah.
She's the boss of
That's
nobody,
a
bro.
great.
There was one.
That's you're that way too. Yeah. So you're the boss of nobody.
There was,
She thinks she's my boss. She's not.
yeah. Well, I let him think. That,
Yeah,
you
right.
know.
Oh, you think what?
You
I
know
let you
nothing.
think like you know
Yeah, of course.
everything.
I don't know
right.
anything, trust me.
No, I know that.
I don't
I'm
know
glad you know it
anything.
now too.
It's
I
great.
don't wanna know
What-
anything.
He used to have to drive. We've said this before. Drive around and drop off all the magazines at all the stores, right? All the bike
Yeah.
shops and wherever it was in way.
But
Now
has
he doesn't have
nothing
to do that.
Nope. He sits around watching Judge Judy and whatever the hell else he watches. I'm in the office.
And he doesn't say no.
The price is right. Let's make a
Jeopardy,
deal.
or whatever the hell he watches. And what's that guy that you love?
Oh,
Family
Harvey.
Feud.
Family Feud. I gotta watch that.
I'm in
I
the
got a
office,
tape right now. There's
and
tape
this
right
is
now.
what I hear going on. And he's on
Why
the
don't you
couch.
put him to work?
Because what am I going to tell him to do?
Get on a computer and start doing things.
don't know how to do nothing.
Mark, she's taking everything away from everybody.
Because he can't do it. I
Everybody.
can't
What do you
take
mean she's taking everything
incompetence.
away?
I can't
Not
take
even
it.
me. Mama Dukes,
Oh, Mama
Mickey,
Dukes got
this
plenty.
one, that one.
Now
Oh
he's
my
full of
God.
it.
Oh, you
They're
have
the
no idea.
artists. I can't do their job. I don't do that. I don't do art. I
Oh, you do art.
direct.
You
I
do
art direct.
Art direct. The wrong color, Mickey. I need a little bit tuned down, a little bit
Hey,
more.
Let me tell you something, and Mark will attest to it. 17 years. I'm sorry, but it is a really good magazine, and I'm going to say,
It's a great
if
ma-
I
it's a
didn't
great
act that
magazine.
way,
You did a- you're
and I
doing a
was
good
just,
job. Good job.
lollygagging through,
Never
it
lost
wouldn't
it.
be.
Never lost a month. Never lost a
No,
month.
you never failed to put out
To
a
this
I
day,
went there
never.
with my blood transfusion pole. I had to sit there because he was like, "We got to get to print." I was like, "Okay."
blood transfusion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Had the pole and I dragged it over and I sat and I worked. my IV. And,
She goes, I need another one. So I get the pole right behind you. Just get the
yeah,
other one.
I get
Just
you
go,
another
go,
one,
go.
honey. Don't worry. Don't move from that seat.
You have an IV going,
You know
and
what else,
you're dragging the
you know what
pole
else is
over?
good about this too, Mark? How many times our book would be not late, but it would come out like the 7th of the month. We started doing that many years back, you know,
We
by
had
the
10
5th.
days to get out.
Yeah, 10 days, but we did it from the 7th to the 10th, you know? Now we're on the 1st.
Like that. And that's
Just
what I
like
said
that.
before to you
Bam,
when we
like
were
that.
inside.
It's
You
like
have total control.
everything. We don't have to sit there waiting for the printers down or the machines are down.
Well, there's
Or
a
this
storm
one's-
in Georgia, the
George.
books can't make
you
it
know,
through.
Or you know, we got a hurricane coming down in Florida. We got snowstorms up here. You know, it's like, you know.
Reprinted
I
in
remember
Florida.
that. I remember plenty of times running into you because you were late. You couldn't even stop and talk to me.
I couldn't.
No.
Couldn't. You know, now.
There's no, none of the elements affect us
If I
unless
go out,
one of us gets sick.
if I go out and just put the pamphlets and stuff out, I'll get to 3 stores a day, bro, with my mouth. Believe me.
Yeah.
I hadn't noticed.
Oh, you ain't kidding. I go, hey, how you
noticed.
doing? What's going? Oh my
Yet,
God.
let me just say, the gift of gab, the mouthpiece, yet you know what he tells me? I say, why don't you, go out, I got to see this advertiser, potential. No, I can't do that. It's not in me anymore. What's not in you? I don't think I could sell the ad. You can't sell the ad, you can't stop talking. How could you not sell the ad? They'll buy the ad just so that you
Shut
shut you
up.
up and get you out of the damn store.
We'll buy it. Just get out.
Get out.
Go.
Shut up and
Go.
get out.
But yeah, he's a retired man now.
Retired, huh?
I'm not retired.
You're retired.
I'm not retired.
Why, what's your job?
I walk the dogs. I feed them.
Okay, when I'm
Laura,
not
you're
around.
hearing this, right? Yeah, okay.
I send you on vacation.
You send me.
I don't.
I say hasta, and I go.
And La Vida too. You don't forget about that. That's,
Hasta and the Vita.
Then she gives me the list to do. Walk the dog at this time, feed him at that
Oh
time.
yeah, he does. He takes care of the dogs when I go on a road trip. He does. Yeah, I do road tripping with my daughter. I got to get away a little bit, from the grind. But I do take Old Faithful with me everywhere I go. Not him, my laptop.
The laptop.
She said, "Oh, that's why it wasn't me." Nah, but we sponsor a race car now. I mean, I'm doing a lot of that every other week.
I've heard, yes.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Out at Riverhead.
Out of Riverhead.
All at Riverhead, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's young kid. He started 14 back in 2017. We had a dark time in our life back in them days. Just personal business with family and stuff like that. But everything went perfect thanks to her. And she straightened that
He's
all
giving
out.
you credit.
Wow. You writing this down?
We went through hell, man. We really did. But anyway,
Put it right here on the second page of the book, the next issue.
Can
put
I
it on the
get that writing?
editor's page right there. The one I've never been on my whole life. All right? Her and the dogs.
I would know.
I
They
remember
used to bring
Okay.
that up all the time. Now you just
yeah.
brought something up.
See?
He
You was
never-
asking.
I think it was Driver Ed, right? Wasn't Driver Ed used to go, wait a minute.
Where's Greg?
Greg's her husband.
Why
Why
is
is
he
she
holding
always
all
got
the
the little
dogs?
dog in the
He
picture?
always had to rib him about it and then get him going.
Oh, yeah. And Driver Ed would crank you up and get you going.
It's the truth, though. It's the
He
truth.
might be
Come on.
watching right now. I'm not sure if he is or not.
Hi, Driver Ed, if you
Yeah.
are watching.
Hey.
He might very well be watching. Yeah. I think it was him that would crank you up about the picture of Lee and the dog.
It could have been the guy next door, though. It didn't matter.
No, well, it was just that you were on the air and he would do
Oh,
it
yeah,
while you were on the air.
Then I got another Chihuahua about 5 years after the first one, and he's going through the book, and one of my artists photoshopped her into the existing photo. And
Now I
he's
got 2
just
dogs
like,
in there.
Spike, Chloe, you still know me.
Right, Spike.
Sorry.
Yeah, I gave her that little inch, and she took 100 miles, not a foot.
I mean,
she just went with it.
It's been a great,
it was good.
journey. I'm glad I did it. One day I will retire from it, I'm sure. But we've made so many
Met
great
so many people, man.
friends. You,
To this day.
Dee,
Yeah,
so
of
many. We've made so many good acquaintances. We've learned so much about things that we write about. We've learned from it.
One thing we haven't discussed here so far, and this is not bad, it's good.
Right.
You guys have one of the biggest set of hearts when it comes to the charity events
Oh,
that have gone on in this area. You've supported every single ride that Dee has had so far, 17 in a row. It is amazing how many other rides that are in your book constantly that you support and you show up at and give them space and talk about these rides. So I hope that everybody remembers you guys, especially for your big hearts, the charity.
They do.
Yeah.
They
Because
do.
you guys
They do.
have single-handedly made runs successful because of your support. And it really has, and it's obviously the rides we've done, whether it was March of Dimes,
Sure.
Long Island Cares, or Melissa's Wish.
Yeah.
Okay, again, in your involvement, because it's whether it's digital or hard copy, it's still a lot of people get to it that way and hear about it, and it gets covered in it. I have to say that J.J. French, when he did the Pink Burst project,
Yeah.
Yeah,
for-
we covered
yeah.
that a couple of times.
you guys
Yeah.
covered the before it. You did a story, and
We
you
did
did. You
the
were at the
advertising,
concert,
yeah.
and you did another one on it. And we have all the photos, we have all the pictures, we have the issues. You guys gave us.
Sure.
You printed extra issues.
You came
us to
you
keep
came
it.
to us about
Yeah,
that.
yeah, we needed
And-
for that for the
and-
project.
Yeah.
But
That
I mean,
was- that was-
here's
that was like,
here's an
you know,
event
there
that's
was
not
nothing- that
that's
was-
not motorcycle based at
Right.
all.
No.
It happened to be in the
Music.
winter.
It was
happened to be
about
winter
music
cold.
because JJ's in music and it's your partner and everything. and,
Absolutely,
you know, it's
but
his
you guys,
daughter and you know.
when we
it's-
asked you, you got right on board and
without a
supported
doubt.
the whole thing. So you have tremendous hearts when it comes to charity. I know we crack jokes and you make fun
Thank
of
you.
everything, and you guys, put on the arguments in front of us and stuff and tell the stuff. But you really come through when it comes down to a lot of these events
Sure.
that have to do with charity. And you put out you whether it's advertising space or all the work that you guys do at the event, like at the Dee Snider's Ride for Melissa's Wish. People don't see everything that goes on behind the scenes.
It's true.
You take care of all the vendors and the spaces and who's going where and what's happening, and it is a lot
Oh my
of
God,
stuff, and all the meetings that you go to.
Well, everybody, I mean,
Yeah,
God.
but still,
it's-
and I'm not taking away from anybody.
No, I know.
on
No,
any
not
of
at
these
all.
committees.
No, not
I mean,
at all.
everybody
Just-
works hard.
But it
Everybody
is
works hard.
a
But
big group
you show
effort.
up the day of the event, and you show, we show up, earlier in the morning, but not as early as you, and everything's in place, and all the tents are up, and everything's ready to go, and it's a lot of work.
It's a long day. 5 a.m. I think we get to the
Yeah,
beach.
you guys get there at 5 a.m.
It's dark, but
usually
it's
pull in
nice
at
and
about
quiet.
But by
8:30, yeah.
by the end of that day, you see the smiles on everybody's faces, and
Yeah.
that's what all counts right
Yeah.
then and there.
Yeah, and
that's the end of it.
Huge.
you know?
That's what a lot of people, as much as they see it in your book and all the events that go on and everything that happens, all the photos and all all of the reviews of these events, they still don't see everything that goes on. It's so deep
Behind the closed doors.
behind
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
scenes
Behind the
of
scenes,
the
yeah.
shows.
Yeah, and that's in
tremendous.
anything, I think, that's success. There's so much that goes on behind it to make it, but they're just seeing what's in the foreground and
Right.
not what's in the background
Well,
because they're not a part
all
of
these
it.
events have a lot of work, but
Yeah.
Full Throttle and the two of you have done a lot to make these events even happen and be successful.
And we enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And that's what
Yeah.
I said before. We've met so many wonderful people.
Yeah, it really is. That is something that I don't think you guys get thanked enough for.
Oh, well,
I know you don't get thanked
Well,
enough.
if we got a good day and it goes well, we're thanked
Then
right
we're
there.
thanked. Yeah.
Sure.
The Lord upstairs thanked us right
It's a
then.
success,
That's the way we look
yeah.
at it.
Yeah,
you know?
well,
I mean,
that's for
if
sure.
I could
We've had
put a
some bad
smile
days.
on that family's face
We've
for
had some
1
bad
second.
days, and we've had some good days. I remember the very first run.
Oh,
you
it was
guys
raining,
did.
pouring
The very first
raining.
one,
That was a nightmare.
Yeah.
That was.
It was pouring rain.
Rain.
It was only like 30 of us.
No, we had 325 bikes. I think only 50 showed up, but
Right,
But we
right.
had 325 for that
Right.
first
Was that when
ride,
we left
man.
out of Flowers?
Yes.
Yeah. No.
No, that was when they
Where
left.
was that?
Where did you start from? Did you start from the? Because you came over the bridge. It might have been Flowers. I think
Yeah,
it might have
we
been
started
Flowers.
at-
This is Flowers.
I could swear that was the first one.
1-800
I saw
Flowers,
a
think
parking
it was.
lot, a field with grass. So long ago, I don't remember.
I was
That
on-
road
I
was actually dangerous.
It was because it was torrential rain. It wasn't just.
I couldn't
It was
even
flooded
believe that.
roads. I remember having to
Yeah.
pick up my feet.
I remember you
Don't
and Dee-
slow down. I tell Dee, don't slow down. You don't go fast. You want a hydroplane, but don't
did
slow
not
down
ride
till
that
the water
well
comes
either,
around your bike and it's going to the carburetor. And that's it. It's done. Just pick up your feet, man. Just pick up your feet and go through it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I couldn't even believe that the run went. I mean, that was crazy.
I remember when
Mark, do you remember-
later that day, I took the primary cover off my Fat Boy
And?
drained the
water.
water out of it.
Yeah.
It actually got into it. I was worried about it. It didn't get into the motor, but it did get into the primary belt area.
But did you see when you pulled in to It was over at Bald Hill. When you pulled into the parking lot,
Bald Hill, that was it.
Bald Hill, that's where we ended up. We were over there, you had one little stage, I think we had 2 vendors, and a pouring rain, that was it.
Pouring rain.
That was
And
crazy.
now today,
Yeah,
it's like, forget about it.
It's like a little festival.
It's like, yeah, you know.
How
Really
many vendors do we have,
I'm
usually?
usually about
Between-
45, 50.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
They'll sign up,
really
and then some won't even show up, you know,
Yeah,
whatever.
I get a lot of them signed up, but then,
There were a
some
few
don't
that
show. But
showing
you know
up.
what? They still paid, and that goes to the charity. and
Yeah, well,
so
the money
that's-
just goes right to the charity,
Thank
which
God
is
for
great.
And that's one thing
Which
about
is
D.
very
D don't take a penny out of it, not one penny. Everything D. I mean, you know,
Oh, no.
D has never done that.
No.
In all the years I have known him.
No, that's not what we're there for.
I know, but I mean, you know, he's like
take
other
it
people.
down.
Oh, yeah, pay me this, pay me that. Never him, not one time, not
No,
one time.
That's none of us. We wouldn't
I know,
take a
I
dime
know.
for any of this.
No, I know.
You know, we all put a lot of energy into these things.
Yeah.
I'm
Yes, the charity events. You know, the motorcycle community is probably one of the most charitable bunch
Yes,
of people that
I've
I
said
know.
that
Around the world.
in my
And
letters.
around the
Around the
world,
world.
around the world,
You know.
there's larger runs in the Midwest
Sure.
that just
Yes.
have thousands of motorcycles at it, and everybody shows up for the run and all the fun that's going on, and they're very dedicated.
It's true.
Very, very dedicated.
It's true.
great to see that.
It's not like these people do it once a month. They're doing it every weekend.
Oh my God!
Every week.
Sometimes
runs
it's
every
5,
weekend.
6, 7 events in a weekend. We can't
Right.
even get them all covered.
Right.
Tons of events
Mm-hmm.
every weekend. Like I said, just look on the event page. I mean, you think you have nothing to do. Some of my friends go, I got nowhere to ride this weekend. No, there's plenty of events.
Yeah.
You want to ride in an event?
Right.
Go ride an event. You just want to do a run someplace where people are gathering? There's plenty of it to go
There's
to.
bite nights they could go to, not just
Yeah.
ours, but there's
Yeah, there's bike nights everywhere.
yeah.
Cruise nights, bike nights.
Just to chat, have something to eat.
Sure.
You know.
Oh, it's great stuff. But
It is.
Getting back to the charity stuff, just really, thank you guys for everything you've done
Well,
for all
thank
these
you,
events.
too.
I wanted to do it, believe me.
You know, you guys really put the work behind it. We're just the the entertainers that show up to entertain. You know,
Entertain,
that's
come on,
part
you're
of
all
it.
part of it
that's
too.
part of it. But
You're
you guys
part
put a
it
lot
too.
of work
Come on.
behind the scenes. The whole committee does. Everybody on these
Oh,
committees.
yeah, they all work
The general
hard.
public doesn't realize what goes on to put these events on.
They
I
work
mean,
hard.
you think about what it takes to put on like a regular concert
Yeah.
at Jones Beach or anywhere. Now take an event that doesn't have an established place, and
Right.
everything has to show up the day of, and all the permits and everybody. How about Greg?
Unbelievable.
Oh my God!
What does he go through?
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Running that whole kitchen.
The whole catering
Yeah.
thing.
Yep.
Just amazing what he goes through every year.
Yep.
He's good at what he does.
But you know what?
Yeah, he
The
is good.
thing
Very
is,
good what he does.
17 years, it's almost like it's everybody knows what they have to do.
Well, yeah, everybody's been. A lot of the people are the same for most of the trip.
Yeah.
Sure,
And I got to say that everybody just fills in the blanks every
You
year.
just go
and gets it
along
done.
and you do what you
sure,
always did,
absolutely.
you know?
No two ways about it.
And
No
Jason, he does that whole timeline for the stage,
Yes, he does.
and he does a great job because we don't have any hiccups, we have
right.
nothing lagging.
He's right on point.
We have no dead time. It's great.
Fantastic.
Fantastic.
It really is. So let's just say this again. Sunday, September 29th, 9 a.m., Lido Beach Park, okay?
Right.
It's a motorcycle run. It is Dee Snider's annual 17th annual ride to support Melissa's Wish. A great ride and a great cause.
Yes, it is.
Okay? A great
If
cause.
you people knew who she was, you would be there, trust me.
Yeah, there's no two ways about it. Melissa was the daughter of Bill and Fran Blackford,
Yes.
and she was a good friend, and we were close with her. And unfortunately, she passed away quite a few years ago from cancer. So she considered herself not a victim, but a cancer warrior, which is very important. And her dad's doing a great job of keeping up her name and keeping up the cause and keeping it going. It's a great cause. It's the cause is really about helping the caretakers of people who are sick, very sick, and can't take care of themselves.
And that's what
really what
that's
it's
what
not
Melissa-
just cancer.
That's what she
It's
wanted.
anything. Right,
'Cause
that's what she wanted.
She lived it.
She lived it,
Right.
and she saw the caretakers around her, and she wanted it done that way.
Yep.
And when we had a chance to fulfill that, when Dee especially made the decision to go with Melissa's Wish, and that's what we did, and we
Yeah.
all supported it and went right along with him. So
I mean, it is a wonderful, and I don't know any other charity, and I've been doing this a long time, that I've been involved with that does what Melissa's Wish does. It helps the caregivers. And whether the loved one is with us or not with us, it's still a struggle for them because if the loved one passes, they've lost jobs, some of them. Their mortgages are to the hilt because they were busy
Sure.
taking care. And some of them who don't pass, thank the Lord, they're still taking care of them. So how are they paying their mortgage? How are they buying food?
Whether
you
it's
know?
whether it's medical supplies, or buying a couple of tanks of oil for the furnace,
Doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
or paying your electric bill.
Right.
Melissa's Wish is an amazing cause because it helps the caregiver do their job.
And who's doing it all? Bill and his wife, and
Right.
they lived it worse
Right.
than.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of families live it, but there was one thing that Melissa said, and she said that if you're going to do something in my name, do it this way.
Right.
Yeah.
And Bill
Took him a few
Blackford-
years. It
Yeah.
took him a few years to hit
a few
it.
years to like get
You
into
know.
place, and also to do the paperwork for the charity.
For
That's a-
501c3,
the
yeah,
whole
yeah.
thing that
Oh
took
my
a long
God.
time. But
Yeah.
Bill and Fran Blackford and Bill Vittaggio, they do a great job running this whole
They
thing.
do.
And the cause is amazing. So if you can't be there, if you're from around the world and you want to donate to Melissa's
Yes.
Wish, just get online and look at it and donate. And if you're around and you want to ride with us, Dee Snyder, myself, and everybody else, okay?
And if you don't ride,
and you
come out with
and
your
if you don't wanna
families.
if you don't ride, you can come out and hang with us. You don't need a motorcycle to be involved.
Right, exactly. It's family
We'll be
friendly.
there all day too, and we'll leave and not coming back. We're going to go, come back, and we're going to be there all day.
Once the ride-
Right, the ride leaves, I think it's about an hour and 20 minutes, and we're
Yeah,
back.
about 11:30.
Yeah, so
you leave out. you
everybody
get
comes
by
back
1
in, and
o'clock.
there's a big party, and like I said, Joe Rock and the All-Stars is
Some
the
playing?
entertainment, and Dee Snyder and myself, we get up and
Yeah, you're
we
gonna be
play with
playing.
Joe. Yeah, we get up and play every year with Joe. Play some TS songs,
right.
play some other stuff. Everybody
great
rocks
day.
out and has a great time, right?
Right.
Sunday, September 29th, 9 a.m. Be there.
Yeah.
Don't make me come and get you.
Uh-oh.
Well, I want to thank you guys for being on with
Well,
me.
thank you.
I
It
want
was
to thank
great
you.
to
We're going
see
to do it
you.
again.
Yeah, yeah.
We're going to absolutely do it again.
Okay.
I want to know how this digital thing is going in the next few months. So we'll bring you on again and we'll go over a few
Okay.
more things.
I hope to say
So
better and bigger
we'll,
than ever.
We'll have some talks behind the scenes and see if we can make something else happen.
Okay.
Also
Yes.
here, right here on the network, Area 22 Productions.
And congratulations
You see
with
the
your show.
boss who thinks she's the boss is shaking her head.
Sitting
yes.
over there, yes.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
You know what you do?
Yeah, she's
you
smart.
have one
Yes.
like I have right here.
Yeah.
The best. Without these women, we couldn't do it, bro. We
Greg
couldn't do
knows
it.
the right things to say.
Oh,
right?
I'm telling you, we couldn't do it. I couldn't have done it. I couldn't have done it. Not the way she had done
I'm
it.
unteachable.
You're
I
reformable.
am. Yeah. No, that's not what she'll say. Yeah. Mark, you got to back it down a few notches. You're scaring people. Full
Scaring
Throttle magazine.
people.
Roll it up. Put it in your back pocket. It's actually your phone. Put it in your pocket. Take it with you. Right. Roll up the phone. They
roll the
actually have
phone.
phones you can roll up now. You
What?
actually do. There's soft phones now coming out. You can
Yeah, right,
Roll it,
right,
up.
right.
Get outta
Roll it
here.
up.
Yeah, roll it up. No, yeah,
Sure.
okay.
There is. Absolutely.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. The soft screens, you can be able to fold them and stuff. It's coming out. So I can be able to say that again. Roll it up.
told you
put it in
about
your
Holy
back pocket,
mackerel.
and don't leave home without it.
Now, how would the motherboard or whatever it is in these phones stay intact when you're rolling them? That's odd.
I'm not going to discuss about that technology.
Well, that you wouldn't know, yeah.
Well, I might know.
Oh,
but it's not
really?
for me to talk about it.
Because you don't know.
Well, he knows.
I won't admit.
He knows.
But no, they have Motorola now it's coming out with a flip phone again. You know that, right?
Motorola.
Motorola's coming out with a flip phone.
A flip
and it's,
phone.
when you open it, it's actually a screen. You know, it's like the size of your phone, but it folds in half. So when you open it, it's the
Okay.
whole screen.
Okay,
So
gotcha.
don't tell me that doesn't fold in
Yeah,
half.
well, yeah.
Right?
Has a hinge,
Yeah.
it folds.
Well, I don't know if it has a hinge, but it bends in half.
Well,
Yeah, and it looks just like that.
Just like this.
when it's open.
See?
Yeah.
we'll have to get you one.
Nah, I'm good with this.
Yeah, I was
I'm
surprised
good
you
with this.
graduated from the flip phone.
Flip?
Yeah.
No, I didn't have a flip
Oh,
last
no,
time.
that's right. You had the walkie-talkie. Remember
No,
those?
no, I had.
that
You
was a
had
Nextel.
The Nextel. Bing,
Yeah.
bing,
No,
bing.
then I got the other one. What was the other one? Oh man, Obama had it.
You see,
They
this
took
is
it away
the
from him.
technology
It was a
that
new
he's
technology.
getting along with it just like he did this digital stuff.
2008, I
here.
switched over.
Yeah, technology is a beautiful thing.
Yes.
Yes.
Lee and Greg, thank you so much for coming on tonight. I know you guys.
Thank you.
I know you have a busy life.
Yes.
Okay, you're
Yes,
very
I
busy
do.
putting this whole thing together, and you do
With
a
my team.
magnificent job
Thank
with
you.
your team.
Yes.
With your team. Is that part of the team?
No.
I'm part of the team.
No.
What kind of bike you got on the front cover there?
He's not part of the team. Oh, he's
The
shot
bike is from
cover.
Europe. Oh, wait, all right, hang on.
I know you're going to
It's European. It was made in. I read about it. No, that's not it.
You got the wrong magazine.
No, wrong one.
I have the wrong one. It's I can't remember what country who built it, but it's not American.
You didn't shoot that cover. That's Roar on the Shore.
Oh, that's right.
Ha ha ha. I love it. He just had to eat his words.
Okay, what about the car in the back?
Well, yeah. Yeah, Greg does shoot the covers, the front
Does
and the. Yeah, sometimes, not all the time.
Well, the bike that was from Europe, you didn't shoot that one.
No,
did you?
no. She dug that out.
I
Dug
got
it
that.
out?
Yeah.
Oh, she knows people how to contact people.
That's another beautiful thing. I can network with people on the internet to get beautiful bikes and cars for my covers.
If you would have seen in December, look at this last copy. She came out with the oldest motorcycle ever built, made out of wood.
Did you see it? It was all wooden.
Yeah, I did see that.
That was
Yeah.
over December, my last print.
Right.
And then January, my first digital, I came out. I went right from here to the live wire. So from a wooden bike to newest technology.
That's the electric bike.
That was like,
Electric
yeah,
bike.
yeah.
Of course.
The
But I like that bike that you had on, I think it was last month's cover, was from Europe.
The 11-foot. Oh, the one.
Oh, that-
not the chopper. The other one.
The chopper from Europe. Actually, the chain cover was the Chrysler building on the side.
Oh, that was that's the one she just. That was the 9/11
That was from
stuff.
Game Over. They're from Poland.
Poland, that's
yes.
not
Yeah.
Polish, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they actually had a model of the Chrysler building.
Yes.
Yeah, they came
on its
Yes.
side.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
and some of the debris
Twin
from
Towers.
the Twin
Towers
Towers
was
was
in the
all
bike.
incorporated.
Yeah, it was in the
If you
bike.
clicked on, when you opened the page, you looked at everything, and then there was a little thing to tell you to click. If you click, it shows you the part and the real picture of what
How
it
they did
was
it.
from New York City.
Okay.
See now,
Very cool.
with the other magazine, you can never do that.
Oh, see, so that's why I'm saying this is to me. I love
People, you
it.
got to check it out. You got to
Much
check it
better.
out.
All right, check out Full Throttle, NYNE, right?
NYNE.com.
.com.
Click on digital magazine and enjoy.
Now say it again. You were covering your microphone.
Click
Steven's
on
getting mad at
Full
you.
Throttle.
Right.
NYNE.com.
There you go.
Click on digital, and there you can view the same great magazine that you always have, and you can also view our website, which has tons of stuff for people to do, to see, and to enjoy.
Right. All right, everybody around the world, you heard that, okay? Full Throttle, NYNE.com. Go on and check out the magazine, check out the bikes, check out the features, check out everything that's going on, and understand everything we've been talking about and skipping over for the last hour and a half.
Yes. Yes. a great
Guys,
hour.
again, thank you for
Thank
being
you.
on.
Thank you.
It's great having you on. The
It was fun. We
gotta do this
dysfunctionality
again.
is still there.
We gotta do it again,
The
bro.
functionalism, if you want to call it that.
Dysfunctional. It's okay.
It's still there. It's great. It's a lot of fun, and I know you have a busy schedule, as I
I
said
do.
before,
I'm
so
going into crunch week. So
thanks for coming out, and we'll do this again soon.
thank you.
Sounds good.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Great show tonight. Thanks for watching. Give us some thumbs up. Right? Some thumbs up going on here, just like Greg over there. And we'll be back next week, same time, same station, same show. Tune in, or I'll come and get you. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.